Well, hello, Sydney Bird. Here's Sydney. We're going live. Hello. How's my? Let's make sure we got some good sound here. Checking it out, cause hello, hello. This is Sydney and Tina. Okay. Lordy, lordy, lordy. I tell you, sometimes you. Oh, okay. Well, that should be good. I've had a little trouble with my audio. I'm pretty new still doing this. Anyway, but we're going to have fun. This is Sydney. Of course, if you've tuned in before, please subscribe to my channel. I need to build it up so we can have more broadcasts and interaction. Yeah, Sid, did you want to say something? Did you want to say something? You want to eat the mic? I was going to say something about having parrots. A very common issue. Yeah, you can see that. You can see that. There's a little. No more, Sid. How much of this cable has he got? Still working. My mic's still working. But welcome to chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Hey, I'd love anybody to chat something so I know you're there and you hear me, and that'd be nice. Let's see if I pop out chat. Participants. Oh, I'm a participant. Well, that's good to know. And what are you doing? So, what did I just do? I don't know. But I have Sydney back. How you doing, hon? I'm a good girl. Yeah, you're a good girl. So that's just one of the things about having parrots is they do destroy a lot of things. So you can cut that back by, I don't know, wire protectors or flipping things in places they can't reach. I mean, we did it. Oh man, when we brought the first one home, we didn't even think the cable going to the TV. But no, you gotta protect some of that stuff more so when you got birds, because they like to chew. They like to bounce. I'm a good girl. They like to be good girls. When you're not chewing the cable, Sid. I'm a good girl. Huh? Are you a good girl? I'm a good girl. Yeah. Pretty bird. Hello. Lordy. But he is a handful. And yes, it is a he. But she thinks she's a she. So there you go. Well, what's it like being a cockatoo in captivity, Sydney? You wouldn't know the difference. He was hatched in Okotoks, Alberta, 25 years ago. Cockatoo from Okotoks. I love my Sydney. Sydney's a good bird. I love my Sydney whenever he speaks a word. Whether it's heard, whether it's a bird. Sydney likes to preen his feathers. He wants to be pretty, pretty, pretty. Pretty bird, pretty, pretty. Okay, Sid, we need some music, right? I don't have music I can play on my channel yet. I will, because I can just play along, right? Gotta plug it in. Okay, here we go. What do we got? What was that? What happened? What was that? What was that? What was that? He said, "What's that?" Yeah, what's that? I don't even know what it's called. Does that scare you? That scares you. That's my little Halloween noise maker. And it's a scary thing. Is it a scary thing? See, it's not scary. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, darling. Hey, if you're watching me, I got to say thank you, of course. But I want to give credit also to my favorite Cockatoo person that puts broadcasts on YouTube and other places for a rescued parrot called Pebble, a big Moroccan, big peach Moroccan, and a real great guy that has them. And they do. I just love watching Pebble. They're not far. I think they're in Saskatchewan. Like I'm in Alberta, right? So he's like in the next province. You want to go see Pebble? You'd be scared. If you're scared of my little noisemaker, you'd be scared of Pebble. What would you do if you saw Pebble? I don't want you talking like Pebble, though. So far, so good. So far, so good. Well, I think it's actually Sydney's nap time. Usually this time in the afternoon, he goes, watch all three of the birds have a little nap. And a little hop. A little hop. We like cockatoos hopping on our chair. We like cockatoos, they sometimes preen our hair. And cockatoos sing and cockatoos chirp, but mostly what they do is imitate your burp. There is some truth to that little tune I made up. I'm making up tunes. They're a Tina made. You should learn to sing, Sid. You don't sing. Tango the Amazon, he doesn't sing either, but Amazons are very well known to learn opera. Opera. I do have I'm pretty sure it was an Amazon. I think back when I first started looking at parrots. I was looking, I wasn't shopping, I was just looking. This is back in Houston. There was a pet store that had a lot of them. And what I did is I walked through the room and I sang to each of the birds. I sang to them to see who would react and how they would react. And mostly it was just, looking at me and whatever. But then one bird, oh my gosh, he could sing like just opera, just whatever. Could sing anything. Beautiful. I mean, what a surprise for me, eh? I walked through this room and I'm singing to all these birds and only one of them starts singing back. And it was wonderful, and it was an Amazon. Because Amazon seemed to learn opera. Opera. What do you want to do, Sid? What are you doing? What are you doing? Do you have tasty feet? You just got your nails done. Yes, we take the birds to get their nails done and their wings done. Go to an avian vet. I do that. Mostly with Sydney, I don't trim any of the nails. Mostly Sydney, his quicks are very close, or very long. And so if his toenail gets cut a little too short, it can start to bleed. And getting birds to bleed is bad because you don't have a lot of blood in them. So we had that happen once where Sid's nails started to bleed and we did it ourselves. So we just get the vet to do it because they have special stuff they can put at the end of it if it starts to bleed, or they can take care of it right away. But as his nails are getting clipped regularly, he seems to be having those wicks extending. So on his nail, you want to see your feet? Let's see your feet. So pretty feet. Here, I'll show you. Oh, you can see his nails. His nails have been trimmed. They're not that long right now. Yeah. We're going to look at your feet, Sydney. Let's look at little feet. Okay. And let's see. You know, Sydney is actually very good about letting you use a nail file to keep his nails just in check. He'll pick up his foot and put it up for you if you have a nail clip. Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. Love you. Yes, I do. I was talking about birds bleeding. They've got feathers coming in. Let's see if we can see any blood feathers. And I feel little prickly bits. That's because the feathers are protected for a while. But once you don't see color to or you don't see the black blood, which is growing the feather. You don't want to touch that. But just the long white ones, they get so itchy. That's why Sydney's just happy with me. Oh, I got a big one, Sid. I got a big one. Come on. There's another one. How come you have so many back there? Another place he gets them, which is really funny, a funny spot, and the poor little guy, he can't get them because he's the ones right. Where are they, Sid? Right here. Right here. But oh, birds love getting scratched right above their beak. Right above. I see you better in the mirror now, Sid. There you are. Sid is a male cockatoo, and it's really hard to check to know what they are, the umbrella cockatoos, in the matter of whether male or female, because they're very similar looking. I've heard that if it's a female, the eyes are a little more brown, but Sydney's eyes are very, very black. Black as can be. Yeah. Which is fascinating because you can't see the pupil. Try to look in your eyes, Sid. Your pretty eyes. Pretty eye. Oh, there you go. Please follow me. Please follow me. Please subscribe. Please, my dear, please. That would be very nice if you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Oh, and you can request stuff to do if you want. What would you like me to do with the bird? Or hopefully I'll get around playing some original music. Original, I do like. It's sort of country, folk country, sort of folky stuff, country stuff mostly for what I write. We need to write a song about Sydney. Okay, here's a song. Let's do a song about Sydney, what he's doing. Oh, Sydney likes to play with his feathers. Sydney does it like no others. Sydney keeps his feathers nice. Not once, but twice. And 3 times, just to be sure it's nice. Oh, Sydney the cockatoo, he's a friend of me and you. We both have fuzzy feathers. Yes, we do. I got fuzzy feathers like you. Yes, I do. I wish I did. If I had fuzzy feathers, I'd preen them all day. I'd look pretty whether I was at work or play. Sydney, the cockatoo. You can be a cockatoo for a very long time. They live apparently up to like 80 years. And they can live longer. A lot of these birds actually can live longer in captivity than they're mostly known to in the wild. But on the other hand, that's only the ones that are really that are well taken care of. And it's like having, you know what I thought was a good idea is like if you're ever thinking of getting a birdie bird, to think of it as if you were adopting or purchasing, but however you acquire your pet, it's very much like if you were adopting any zoo animal. Imagine just thinking about, Mommy, Daddy, can I get an animal from the zoo? You'd probably say no. I don't know, but if you're ready for it, I have nothing but, well, I shouldn't say I have nothing but great things to say, but I will say that the balance of joy and pleasure I get from having Sydney with me and Tango and Misty, who are both those two are upstairs, having their afternoon nap. Well, they're good birds. They're good birds. But yes, I'd have to balance it out. I will say, I think for the most part, the scales balance toward it being a real good life experience having parrots. And I also consider that they have a good, fulfilling existence with fun and love and trips to the vet, which aren't so much fun, but it is because of love, Sid. It is. I'm looking at Sydney while I talk. Please follow my channel. I'm Christina Johnson. I live in Calgary, Alberta. And that's Sydney today. Oh, see, you should see them. I need to work it out. So I have two cameras, so you can see the birdie on the monitor, because the birds all love to sit on the monitor. And you see those feathers forward on his beak? That means he's just content and resting. Yeah, it's your nap time, isn't it, honey? Yeah, it's your nap time. You have a happy face on. Yes, you do. Are you a sleepy one? I think you're sleepy, Sid. I think you're sleepy. I think I might go back to play World of Warcraft for a bit. Please follow my channel. Hello from Calgary, Alberta. Hey, I'm new to. I should say I'm new to podcasting or whatever it is I'm developing this into. I've done it a long time on Periscope, and then I took about a year off, and I thought I'd come back and try it on YouTube. And if I still have it, probably there's a folder called Catch. If you can look at my videos, and I have hundreds, seriously hundreds from YouTube, or from when I was on Periscope. I mean, and they're because I got transferred from, there was a place I was storing those videos, and they went away. So they just, I don't know how they did it. They just put them all on my YouTube channel. So I've got all these videos, but a lot of them have parrots in them and traveling. I love to travel. I like to go on cruise ships, actually. I've been on a lot. Oh, there's some of hockey games. I hope to go see the Habs. The Habs are coming to town, I think, in the next week or so. And that's the Montreal Canadiens, of course. Team I grew up watching. I was a little kid at the Montreal Forum. Yes, I was. Watching Jean Beliveau. Are you sneezing? Are you sneezing? Was that a sneeze? Oh! Sydney, what's causing you to sneeze? Don't you go after my cable. Sydney? Well, hey, since you're here, I am still trying stuff out. Trying out stuff and things. So, I was telling you, yes, not only the Periscope stuff I did, but I worked in radio for many years. I was a radio announcer uh, in, let's see, Houston, Texas, and Lafayette, Louisiana, Drumheller / Calgary, Alberta. Where else have I been? Oh, West Texas. I've been on the air in West Texas and Bellevue, Washington. Wow. That was before we had you, Sid. Yeah. Oh no, I couldn't have had it. Oh my! Imagine having a parrot when I was working. Crazy shifts. Crazy shifts. No, not the time. Not the time. Feel free to ask me any questions, even if this is on replay. About, or tell me about your bird, or somebody that you know that's had a bird, and what your impressions were. Birdie talk. Birdie talk. Oh, you want another song, Sid? I don't think I have an instrument that I can play that's not plugged in. Oh. Harmonica. You want a harmonica, Sid? I might have a harmonica. Oh. My Gibson certificate. That's for my... No. Just for my... I brought it upstairs. Sorry, that's not the best view. I was just looking at my... Actually, I'm going to get the Gibson on that. There we are, backwards, but there it is, Gibson. My certificate of authenticity for my... I have a Gibson hummingbird. Yes, I do. From the custom shop, yes. So, but I have it upstairs. Can't play that right now. What do you want to do, Sid? Oh, I'm sorry about the delay. I'm finding all sorts of stuff here. But, there's those drumsticks. There are a few harmonicas. My beautiful pajama pants. I'm on my beautiful pajama pants today. Okay, what have we got? What key have we got, Sid? I think this is an A. I don't know why I recognized that was an A without looking at that. But let's do the E. One of my favorite keys is E. E and D. Do you like the harmonica, Sid? Let's see. Well, he didn't look terribly impressed, but he wasn't scared of it. I mean, parrots can be scared of the looniest things. Looniest things. And Sydney's not the most squeamish. Misty would be the African gray, and I think that's typical of the breeds, actually. But the African gray, oh my gosh, I used to have a stand for another pet and brought him into the living room, and he just freaked out. He started making screaming sounds, so that was out the door pretty quick because it was, I don't want to terrorize the poor thing. Mind you, we stuck a rope hanging up from the ceiling above one cage to the other And he started squealing at that too. This is Misty I'm talking about, the African gray. And he started this bloody murder, yick, 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 just freaking out. And now he lives on it. He walks back and forth and up and down. So they do get used to things they don't like. It is possible. But it wasn't worth trying that with the this is I was going to say, hey, this kind of reminds me, I forgot to mention, I used to work in cable TV. And cable TV in Canada, I don't know the regulations at the moment, but it used to be that on cable TV and cable stations in Canada had to provide some local programming. And they would have their own little studios and you'd do little local shows. I used to do that a lot. I don't know if it's required anymore, but I used to work on, let's see, the TV cameras mostly. I did a lot of that, some floor directing, in setting up people to get ready for interviews and doing graphics on their computers. That was, when I think back on it, it was like the clunkiest system I ever imagined. This is back in the 80s. But I worked at a TV station, and that had, it's like just to put your name up on the screen, underneath. Like, okay, I did hockey. I did some hockey games for like the Edmonton. It was the Edmonton University team, I believe. And I would do the hockey games, and I'd be behind a computer. And this is in the 80s. But all that it would do would be putting up letters. You can type letters on the screen, your graphics. For us, it's easy, right? Now with our computers and everything, we just type it, there it is. But these devices, they weren't really called computers. They were called character generators. EKG, electric. Anyway, character generators. And so that was the term for doing character generators. For doing text. And, but it was an ordeal. It wasn't like you could just hit a button, type in the text, hit another button, and it was ready to go. I just remember it was like all sorts of, like 20 steps. And you were really lucky if you had a machine that had a memory to it where you could save some of your graphics. But I did that. And so doing that for the hockey game, what I used to do, because we used to put the names of the players onto the screen. So I think that's actually a nice idea. You don't see that anymore anywhere, really. When I think, not usually, no, when I'm thinking about it. But anyway, you put the names. Well, so I'd have a list, and I would write down the players' numbers and their names and the name of the team, and I would keep my sheets so that I'd go to another hockey game, and I'd be doing graphics, and I'd already have their lineup. Mind you, I thought about it afterward. I hope I didn't do that for too long, because I bet you some of those players and numbers changed. But I don't remember changing my lists. That was fun times in Edmonton. You ever been to Edmonton? Edmonton. Yeah. I lived there for 5 years. I love Alberta. I'm a Quebec girl, but I love Alberta. I've spent a lot of time here. Anyway, enough of my chatting for today. I'll be back with my name's Tina Johnson. Hello. I've had stuff on YouTube for a long time, but I just haven't really been active with it. So I think I'm starting to do that. So I'll just let Sydney have a nap. Sydney's going to have his afternoon nap now. So let's say goodbye to Sydney. Honey boy, you going to have your nap? You going to have your nap? Looks too bright down here for your nap. I think you might want to go upstairs in your cage. You can sleep here if you want. Up to you. Yeah, up to you. Good, Sydney. Hey, subscribe, eh? I'll be back. I'll be back. Please subscribe and we'll see you again. Maybe with another parrot or some more music. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. But he's thinking nobody's leaving. Yes, people are leaving because I'm going away and you're going to sleep. Okay, that's my stream. Bye for now.